Waking up with heavy legs, a racing heart, or cholesterol that creeps higher each year feels inevitable after 60. But what if a warm, familiar breakfast could slow sugar spikes by 28%, clear cholesterol from your blood, and calm your heart, all before lunch? It's not a new supplement or exotic superfood. It's something you may already have in your pantry, but only one version works this way. And when you prepare it right, the benefits can be life-changing. After 60, many of my patients tell me they feel trapped. Meals leave them tired, checkups bring new warnings, and energy seems to fade no matter what they eat. In my 25 years working with seniors, I've seen one humble recipe change that story, improving blood sugar, lowering cholesterol, and protecting the heart. It's backed by global research, safe for most people, and simple enough for anyone to make. Of course, always check with your healthcare provider before making changes. Let me show you how it works, starting with what happens inside your body the moment you take the first bite. 1. How beta-glucan helps aging insulin locks. Frank was 72 when he told me, "Doc, I don't understand. I eat breakfast, but by 11 a.m., I'm crashing." His morning toast with jam was sending sugar into his bloodstream like a freeway at rush hour. Too fast, too much for his body to handle. After 60, the locks on our cells, your insulin receptors, start to rust. Not overnight, but from decades of tiny, invisible changes. And when those locks get stiff, sugar lingers in the blood longer, silently stressing your heart and brain. This is where steel-cut oats quietly change the game. They're rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that soaks up water and turns into a soft gel inside your gut. Imagine a calm, steady hand slowing the flow of sugar, so your insulin keys have time to work. No rush, no crash. A review in 2021 looked at over 100 studies and found that beta-glucan can slow glucose absorption by up to 28% and reduce insulin spikes by 22%. That's not just numbers. It means steadier energy, less inflammation, and clearer thinking through your day. Here's what I tell my patients. In the morning, cook 1 cup of steel-cut oats in fresh water. Keep it simple, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon. Skip the instant packets. They've lost the slow-release magic your body needs. Frank made that one swap, and within 3 weeks, the mid-morning fog was gone. His walks felt lighter. His energy held steady right through dinner. And here's the part that surprised him most. That same breakfast was about to start cleaning his arteries. 2. Scrubbing cholesterol with your breakfast spoon. When Frank came back for his checkup, we ran his blood work. His LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, had dropped by 18 points. No new medications, no crash diets. Just that one change in his breakfast. Here's what was happening inside his body. Your liver makes bile acids to digest fats. Once they've done their job, your body normally reabsorbs them, along with the cholesterol they carry. But beta-glucan acts like a sponge. It binds to those bile acids and escorts them out of the body. Your liver still needs bile, so it pulls more cholesterol from your bloodstream to make new bile acids. Over time, that means less cholesterol floating in your blood and less chance for it to stick to artery walls. The BELT study in 2020 found that just 3 grams of beta-glucan a day, about the amount in 1 cup of cooked steel-cut oats, lowered LDL by over 15% in only 8 weeks. That's the kind of shift many people hope to get from medication. Yet, here it was, sitting in Frank's breakfast bowl. To give this effect a boost, I recommend adding 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your oats. Flax adds more soluble fiber, and its omega-3 fats help keep your blood vessels flexible. Frank didn't think much about it at first, but one morning, walking up the hill near his home, he realized his legs didn't feel as heavy, and his breathing was easier. That's what better circulation feels like. You don't notice it until suddenly you do. And there's another quiet benefit this breakfast delivers, one that starts in your gut and ripples out to every system in your body. 3. Feeding the good bacteria. That age with you? Another quiet benefit starts deep in your gut. After 60, the community of good bacteria in your digestive system begins to thin out, sometimes dropping by nearly half. These bacteria aren't just passengers. They help break down food, fight inflammation, and even send signals to your brain that affect mood and energy. Beta-glucan is one of their favorite foods. When you eat steel-cut oats, you're not just feeding yourself. You're feeding the bacteria that to help protect you. They ferment the beta-glucan and produce short-chain fatty acids, tiny compounds that calm inflammation, strengthen your gut lining, and support your metabolism. Think of your gut like a garden. If the soil is poor, even the best seeds won't grow. Beta-glucan is like rich, moist compost. It gives your good bacteria what they need to thrive, so the whole system stays in balance. A 2017 European meta-analysis found that adults over 65 who consumed at least 3 grams of beta-glucan daily not only improved cholesterol, but also showed healthier gut profiles, markers linked to lower inflammation and better immune function. For many of my patients, the easiest way to help this process is to soak their oats overnight. Place 3/4 cup of dry, steel-cut oats in warm water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Let it sit 7 to 24 hours before cooking. This gentle fermentation makes the beta-glucan even easier for your gut to use and can reduce bloating for those with sensitive digestion. Helen, 69, started soaking her oats this way. Within 2 weeks, she noticed her stomach felt calmer and she had more energy in the afternoons. It wasn't dramatic, but like a healthy garden, the change was steady and lasting. And there's still one more way this breakfast works in your favor, by helping to calm the stress signals that can quietly damage your heart over time. 4. The morning buffer against stress hormones. We don't often think about stress first thing in the morning, but your body does. Within minutes of waking, your adrenal glands release cortisol, the get up and go hormone. In small bursts, it's helpful. But when cortisol spikes too high or stays elevated, it can raise blood pressure, strain your heart, and trigger inflammation in your arteries. A steady breakfast, like steel-cut oats with beta-glucan, acts as a natural buffer. Instead of flooding your system with fast sugars, it delivers a slow, steady release of energy. That helps keep cortisol in a healthy range, so your heart isn't under constant pressure. A 2024 Chinese cardiovascular study tracked over 5,000 adults for more than 6 years. Those who consume more than 5 grams of beta-glucan daily saw a 29% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and 40% lower risk of coronary heart disease. That's not a small difference. It's the kind of shift that can change the path of your next decade. George, 70, started this habit after a mild scare with his blood pressure. Within a month, his readings began to stabilize. But what he noticed most was how he felt. Calmer mornings, less tension in his shoulders, and the confidence to take his grandson fishing without worrying about chest tightness. When you think about it, protecting your heart isn't just about numbers on a chart. It's about the mornings you still get to enjoy, pouring coffee, laughing with family, planning the day ahead, without a quiet cloud of worry hanging over you. And it all started with a bowl of oats. When I look back at all the patients I've worked with, the biggest transformations didn't come from radical diets or complicated routines. They came from small, steady habits that worked with the body's changing biology. Habits like a simple bowl of oats in the morning. It's a reminder that health after 60 isn't about chasing the newest trend. It's about giving your body the steady support it needs to keep you active, independent, and present for the people you love. I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite way to prepare oats? Maybe it's with cinnamon, berries, or something unique to your family. Share it in the comments. Your tip might be exactly what another senior needs to start their own healthy morning ritual. And if you want more research-backed, practical ways to stay strong and independent, subscribe and join our healthy aging community. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're in the mornings you still get to wake up feeling ready for the day ahead.